Body Fluids and Circulation, Session 4. In this module, we are going to learn about coagulation of blood. Blood is the most common fluid which is present in our body and circulates throughout our body under high pressure and maintains the functioning of our body. But the loss of blood in large quantities might sometimes lead to death. So, in order to prevent this, our body has a physiological mechanism, a protective measure called as blood coagulation. The other name for it is blood clot. It is a process of forming a clot or a thrombus in order to prevent the excess loss of blood from the body. And the main role in blood coagulation is done by platelets, a type of formed element which is present in the blood. We have studied in the earlier modules that the platelets are formed in the blood marrow and it is destroyed in the spleen and liver. And platelets help in clotting by releasing calcium and clotting factors. So this clot formed it appears like a gel-like mass. It appears like a gel-like mass and is formed by the platelets and it also with the help of fibrins which is present in the blood. A reddish brown scum is formed at the site of an injury, and this is called as a clot. And this clot is formed mainly of a network of threads called as fibrins, as we had told now. Fibrins which is present in the blood, in which the dead and damaged formed elements of the blood are trapped. And these fibrins, from where did it come? These fibrins are formed by the conversion of inactive fibrinogens in the plasma, but with the help of the enzyme called as thrombin. So the enzyme thrombin converts the inactive fibrinogen to active fibrins, and this helps to form a clot by forming a network of threads. Thrombins are formed from another inactive substance present in the plasma called as prothrombin by an enzyme complex known as thrombokinase. So thrombokinase helps in the conversion of prothrombin to active thrombin. And we just studied now that thrombin converts the fibrinogens to active fibrin. And in addition to it, calcium ions play a very important role in clotting. We can see the picture of a clot which is formed with the help of platelets and fibrins. And this is a flow chart which helps us to understand the process of blood coagulation. At the site of injury, the injured tissue releases platelets and clotting factor called as prothrombin activator. The clotting factor released is called as prothrombin activator, or it is an enzyme called as thrombokinase along with calcium ions. So platelets, clotting factor and calcium ions are released from the injured site. Immediately, the prothrombin activator or the thrombokinase convert prothrombin to active thrombin. This active thrombin converts inactive fibrinogens to fibrins, and these fibrins form a mesh-like structure in which the red blood cells get trapped, and finally a clot is formed and the bleeding stops. So the whole process of blood coagulation is a cascade of processes, step-by-step processes in which one factor activates the other factor, and again the step continues until a clot is formed and the injury is saved from immense blood loss. Clotting takes place as a protective measure to prevent loss of blood at site of injury. The injured blood vessel releases certain chemicals that begins to activate, and accumulation of platelets takes place at the injured site. The activated platelets in turn release other factors which are needed for clotting. These factors, along with thrombokinase and calcium ions, activate the inactive clotting components found in the plasma to start a cascade of reactions. These reactions catalyze the conversion of inactive prothrombin to active thrombin, which in turn converts inactive soluble fibrinogen into active insoluble fibrin. Fibrin forms a mesh in which dead and damaged blood cells are trapped to stop blood loss. The mesh looks reddish brown and is called a clot or a coagulum. and is formed in 3 to 5 minutes. Reduction in platelet count can cause clotting disorder causing severe blood loss. Thank you.